Cleveland is no ordinary football town. It's a city built on heartbreak, carrying decades of disappointment in its veins. Every fumbled snap and failed drive feels heavier here, haunted by ghosts of quarterbacks past. That Sunday night, Gabriel became the newest entry in that tortured story. He threw 50 passes, each one a desperate prayer, none answered. The defense played with championship grit, only to watch helplessly as their offense imploded before the nation's eyes. Stefanski stood stoic on the sideline, but the cracks showed. You could see it in Miles Garrett's clenched jaw, in Amari Cooper's silent disbelief, in every player's gaze flickering toward the bench, toward Shadur. The one man who hadn't thrown a pass yet looked the most ready to lead. Then came the breaking point. A 3rd and 8 late in the game, the kind of play that defines quarterbacks. The Steelers lined up showing blitz, then backed off into coverage. The routes opened beautifully across the middle, but Gabriel, rattled and unsure, dumped it short again. 3 yards. Another drive dead on arrival. The crowd groaned, and the cameras caught Pittsburgh's defenders laughing. It wasn't just a loss, it was surrender. After the game, Stefanski faced the inevitable question. Had he considered playing Shadur Sanders? His answer, delivered in the cold monotone of a man clinging to control, was simple. Dylan gives us the best chance to win. And just like that, the fuse was lit. Within minutes, social media turned into a battlefield. Twitter exploded. Reddit melted down. That one sentence, Dylan gives us the best chance to win, became the rallying cry of rebellion. Meme edits, reaction videos, angry threads, every corner of the internet was united in mockery. Former players piled on. Robert Griffin III called it malpractice. Colin Cowherd called it organizational sabotage. And then came Stephen A. Smith, pounding his desk on live television. Everybody knows Shadur Sanders gives Cleveland the best chance to win. Everybody except Kevin Stefanski. The outrage was volcanic, and it spilled straight into the locker room. Reports started surfacing almost immediately. A defensive captain, furious after the loss, confronted Gabriel in the locker room, shouting about wasted drives and wasted effort. A veteran receiver allegedly snapped at his position coach, asking, "Why am I running deep if he won't throw past 15 yards?" It was no longer about losing, it was about pride. The team was fracturing. Stefanski tried to downplay it, but the damage was done. Behind closed doors, players had already chosen sides. And as Shedeur quietly moved through the facility, calm and laser-focused, his teammates saw what the coaches didn't, a leader waiting to be unleashed. In practice, the tension was palpable. Every rep felt like a referendum. When Gabriel took the field, the offense moved like clockwork stuck in molasses. Safe passes, no rhythm, no belief. But when Shadur stepped in, the energy changed. The ball came out crisp, the timing precise. Even defenders admitted the sound of his throws hit different. Receivers lingered near him after drills, laughing, talking, connecting. Offensive linemen, tired of blocking for checkdowns, reportedly told staff, "If he won't take a shot, we're wasting snaps." The building was divided. 2 quarterbacks, 2 visions, 1 crumbling identity. Rumors spread that even offensive coordinator Alex Van Pelt was quietly advocating for Shadur, believing he gave them a legitimate chance to score. But Stefanski refused to bend. His pride had become the enemy. He was determined to defend his decision, even as the ground collapsed beneath him. Meanwhile, the front office could feel the tremors. GM Andrew Barry was fielding calls from above, with owner Jimmy Haslam demanding results. The whispers grew louder. Had Stefanski lost the locker room? And through it all, Shadur remained silent, head down, film rolling, preparing like a man who already knew his time was coming. By Monday morning, the internet had transformed into a courtroom. Cleveland was on trial, and the verdict was unanimous. Gabriel was guilty of killing the season. Hashtags erupted, start Shadur, bench Gabriel, and free 12. Fans changed their profile pictures to Shedur's face. Podcasts dropped emergency episodes. Even national pundits, Stephen A., Skip Bayless, Colin Cowherd, united in agreement for the first time in years. "This isn't coaching," Skip said. "This is politics." And he wasn't wrong. The city that once begged for a savior had found one. Now it was demanding that the organization set him free. Inside the Browns facility, the shift was visible. Practices took on a different tone. Reporters noticed Shadur quietly getting more first-team reps. No one said it out loud, but everyone felt it. The players leaned in when he spoke. The huddles were tighter, the throws sharper. Even Stefanski, still clinging to his narrative, couldn't hide where his eyes drifted during red zone drills, always toward Shadur. Meanwhile, Gabriel's body language told the rest of the story. Each overthrow, each missed read added weight to the inevitable. The locker room no longer believed. And when belief dies, a team dies with it. Miles Garrett reportedly approached Stefanski privately, urging him to make the switch. "We're wasting a playoff defense," he said. That single sentence encapsulated the growing resentment. The Browns weren't losing because of effort, they were losing because of ego. Every player could see it. Every analyst could say it. And every fan could feel it in their bones. The longer Stefanski waited, the more his credibility burned away. What started as a quarterback controversy had become something much bigger, a battle for the soul of the franchise. By midweek, even the national media began treating Shedur's promotion as inevitable. It wasn't a question of if anymore, it was when. Cleveland's locker room had become a powder keg, and all it would take was one more loss for it to blow. Fans chanted his name at practice. Social media flooded with digital petitions. The message was unmistakable: play Shadur or lose the city. And through all the noise, through all the tension, Shadur remained composed. He didn't complain. He didn't grandstand. He just worked, waiting for his moment, knowing that when it came, he'd be ready to take everything that had been denied to him. The writing is on the wall in Cleveland, bold and impossible to erase. Every stat, every snap, every headline points to one truth: Dillon Gabriel isn't the future. Shadur Sanders is. The fan base knows it. The players know it. Even the national media has accepted it. The only person refusing to face it is Kevin Stefanski. And the longer he waits, the more his decision looks like pride disguised as strategy. Because when Shadur finally steps under center, it won't just be another quarterback change, it'll be a reckoning, a rebirth. The moment a broken franchise finally chooses courage over comfort. Now the only question left is this: should Shadur Sanders start immediately, or has Cleveland already waited too long? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you believe it's time for the Browns to finally unleash their future, hit that like button and subscribe. Because the storm has already hit Cleveland, and Shedeur Sanders is standing right at its center.